If you want to save a lot of time when creating and publishing your books, then you will want to see this. In this video, I will show you how we can use artificial intelligence to help us with key areas in the publishing process, such as finding niches, how to niche down, interior and content ideas, pen name ideas, keywords, book descriptions, and marketing. ChatGPT has become the fastest service to reach 1 million users, doing so in just 5 days. That is insane, especially if you compare it with platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, and Spotify. If that stat wasn't crazy enough, ChatGPT reached 100 million users in just 2 months. For comparison, TikTok took 9 months to reach this level. A lot of people kind of fear artificial intelligence and are a bit hesitant to use it, but it is here to stay, and if we don't adapt and take advantage, we will be left behind. Maybe you're basing your opinion of AI on the Terminator films, where it will eventually turn against us, and maybe you're right, maybe that will happen one day. But until then, let's use it to our advantage. That way we can become filthy rich, and then we will have enough money to buy a fully kitted out survival bunker. I've been using ChatGPT for a few months now, and it has really blown me away. I went from not expecting too much from it and being a little bit skeptical to viewing it like a loyal, hard-working personal assistant who is never sick and never complains. The more time it saves me, the more I grow to love it. ChatGPT is free to use, but they now offer ChatGPT Plus, which is available when demand is high. It's faster, but the free version is super fast anyway, and with the Plus version, you get priority access to new features. The price for ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month, which I think is very reasonable. After a few weeks of using ChatGPT, I knew there was no way that it would stay free for long. And I tried to justify what price I would pay up to if they did decide to charge. And with all the time that it saved me, I decided that I would be willing to pay up to $100 a month for it. So now that they have revealed the price of $20, you bet I went ahead and signed up to the Plus version. Yes, I could use the free version, but if too many people are using the site, which does happen a lot, then you can't use it. And when running a business, time is money, so I can't be waiting around for hours for ChatGPT to calm down so I can ask it a simple question. I'm willing to pay for it because I do use it quite heavily, and that is for Amazon KDP and outside of it. So for most of you, the free version would probably suit you just fine. Okay, so in this video, I want to show you how ChatGPT can make our lives easier by helping us with most of the steps that we go through when creating and publishing our books. I hope you like it. Okay, so first up we have niche ideas. So here is one way to gather ideas for potential books. You can simply ask ChatGPT for a list of special days in any month, and it will give you lots of different options. So if I type in March special days list, okay, and it will give you a number of different options. Okay, so there's quite a lot of options there, but we can always ask it for more. Okay, so we've got a lot more options there, but I think some of them may be repeated from the list above, like National Peanut Butter Lovers Day, but it gives us a few ideas. So for this example, we will use National Peanut Butter Day, and you could create a journal with a funny cover that targets people that are obsessed with peanut butter. Now, you may be thinking, what could I put on a book cover for that? Well, don't you worry, because we don't have to think that hard anymore. We can just ask our personal assistant. So I will ask it for funny caption for peanut butter lovers. And I don't know why, but I'm always quite polite to this ChatGPT, even though it's a robot. Like, I don't know why I say please. Okay, so there are some funny options there. I'm nuts about peanut butter. That's quite funny. PB is my jam. That's quite funny. Okay, so what you can do is to take any one of these options and to put it on the cover of your book. You can even ask it for more options if you want. Okay, so again, you have more options. Okay, and once you've decided on a caption that you like, you can go over to Creative Fabrica or similar sites and get some graphics to really make your book unique. Okay, and once you've done that, you could then create a book around this and then promote your book on social media platforms and then use a list of related hashtags. And because we don't have to do anything anymore, we can just ask it for a list of hashtags. Okay, and it will give you some popular hashtags. Okay, so there is a number of hashtags that you can use on your social media post, and you can also use hashtag National Peanut Butter Day or whatever it is as well. Right, ChatGPT helped us with some niche ideas, but will it help us with niching down? Let's look at wedding planners, which is a very popular niche. And as we go through, you can see how good some of the BSRs are. Really low, so this is a very popular niche. So maybe we could find alternative books to create around weddings, or even to niche down further on wedding planners so that our book feels like it was made for someone. Alright, so we'll go back to ChatGPT. I will now ask what type of books we can create for weddings. Okay, so here it goes, recommending some options. And I've decided to stop being polite to it because it doesn't care if I say please or thank you. Alright, so we are presented with a few good options there. I'm not too sure about the last two options, but I like the sound of a photo book. So what we can do is ask it to expand on the photo book option and to maybe think of some prompts for us for the photos. It really is incredible how much information that ChatGPT can give you, and it's always pretty near the mark. Like, it doesn't just give you a totally random response. There are some really good options here. So we could make a wedding photo book. So a few pages dedicated to adding photos of the bride and groom getting ready. A page where they can add photos of the moment they first saw each other on the wedding day. And you can use the other prompts that you see here as well. You can even think of your own prompts like photos of the bridesmaids, a group photo of everyone who attended the wedding, and you could probably ask it to expand on this even more and to give you more options. So this would be a pretty simple book to make. All you have to do is add the right prompts, make it look good, add some decorations here and there, or some elements, and I think it would sell quite well. Okay, now let's take a look at how ChatGPT can help us niche down in the wedding planner niche. In order to make our wedding planner stand out to someone, we need it to feel like it was especially designed for them. And the way we can do that is by creating a book that matches the theme of their wedding. So now I will ask our personal assistant here to recommend some popular wedding themes. Now, not only does it tell us what the themes are, it also over-delivers and tells us what elements are suited to each one. If we went ahead and decided to make a vintage themed wedding planner, we could include pearls, old clocks, and other antique or retro elements on the cover. If we wanted a beach themed wedding planner, we could add a nice background of a beach or incorporate seashells and other beach elements to make it stand out for someone who is having a beach themed wedding. So there are lots of ideas we can get from this list to help us niche down, but from looking at the beach themed wedding, I've had an idea about getting married abroad. It's quite a common thing for people in England to choose to get married abroad to get away from our unpredictable weather. So why not make a wedding planner for a popular wedding destination? Let's see if our friend can help us here. And of course it can help us. Now we can choose from any one of these on the list, but I will choose number 3, and I want to create a Tuscan wedding planner. So what we need to do now is we need ChatGPT to help us with ideas for what content needs to be inside our wedding planner. We can use whatever it recommends and also check out other wedding planners on Amazon that have good reviews. Then we can see what kind of content they have inside, and then we can put our own spin on it, add that to what we've got from ChatGPT to make it really unique. I will now ask it to write me a checklist for having a wedding abroad, and that should give us some ideas for sections that we can include in our wedding planner. Okay, brilliant. There you go. We've got lots of ideas that we can use in our wedding planner. So you can make this as simple or as complicated as you want. If you wanted, you could go ahead and research the legal requirements for getting married in Italy and add those into your book. You could create a comparison table where the person can write down a list of the different venues that they've looked at and to rate them against each other. And then they can put down the cost, the availability, all of that good stuff. You could add some nice bits in there about the best time of year to get married. And you can do a seating plan, draft 1, draft 2, draft 3. So if you combine this list with some research that you do on Amazon to find what other books have included, I think you can make quite a substantial book, and one that will be really good quality. Okay, next, let's say that we've created our book, we've created the interior and the cover, and we're uploading it to Amazon now, but we need a really good description. Can ChatGPT help us to write a persuasive description that would make someone want to buy it? Let's have a look. Okay, I asked it if you can write a compelling product description for a wedding planner book for couples getting married abroad in Tuscany. And of course, it gave us some useful information here. Now, with ChatGPT, you are limited by the prompts that you give it. So if your question is very basic, it will give you a basic answer. And the more detail that you give it in your question, the better the response will be. So for example, if I said, can you write me a compelling product description for a wedding planner book for couples getting married abroad in Tuscany? The book has 120 pages. It features a seating planner, venue comparison pages, flight and hotel comparison pages, and all of that stuff. It will give you a much more personalized answer. Okay, but for this example, you get the point. And we can change this to suit what we actually have in our book. Another thing we can use ChatGPT for is to think of pen names. And in this case, we want to think of a wedding related pen name. Okay, so I have asked it, can you give me some wedding related pen names? It's given us some nice ideas there, but I think 3 words would make it more unique. So I've asked it, can you make them 3 words, please? Okay, so that's better, and there is less risk of you using a pen name that's already been taken. And if you wanted to make it even more unique, you could just take words from each of these and make your own one up. For example, you could have ivory, pearl, promise. I don't know about you, but if I'm trying to think of a brand new pen name for a niche that I haven't been into before, it will take me quite a while to think of a decent name. I'll probably spend a little bit too long on it. So for ChatGPT to give us all of these answers within a minute will save us a lot of time. Okay, earlier on in the video, we had an idea for a photo book. So let's come back to that. And let's just say we've created a photo book for a Tuscany wedding. And let's say you have a website that you use to promote your books. ChatGPT can help you write a blog advertising this new product. Okay, so let me go ahead and ask it if it can write me a blog for our Tuscany wedding photo book. Okay, it's just given us a potential blog post that we can use to help advertise our new book. And obviously, if you have a blog post on your website, this blog post may show up for people who are searching for Tuscany weddings. So I think you will agree this blog post is very good. It's far better than something that I could have come up with. And it makes whoever is reading it have some feelings inside, like they want to buy it. For example, it says, "And now, with our Tuscany wedding photo book, you can capture all the beauty and magic of your special day in one place." So if I was planning on getting married there, I'd be thinking, wow, yes, that sounds nice. I'd like to capture all of the memories of that day and to be able to sit on the couch in 5 years' time and to look at my photo book with all of the memories and to relive that day. So it's very advanced in the type of responses it gives you. The next thing we can ask ChatGPT to do for us is to provide us with some keywords. Now, we can use these keywords in our 7 backend boxes, or we can use these keywords to help us with our Amazon advertising. So I will go ahead and ask it to recommend some keywords for a wedding photo book in Tuscany. So I asked it, can you give me some Amazon keywords for a wedding photo book for couples getting married in Tuscany? And there you go. Instant response, a lot of different keywords that we can use there. Probably some that you never would have thought of, like destination wedding memories. Now, I do have a video on how I fill in my 7 backend keyword boxes, which I will link here. And if you haven't seen that video, it just shows you my process for gathering keywords, and I use a handy little tool that helps you utilize all of the space in your 7 backend boxes. It's a pretty handy video, so check that out. But along with using this for our 7 backend boxes, we can just use these options here for our Amazon advertising. You can do a manual keyword campaign and to add all of these options here. You can also ask it for tips on how to market your book on social media. So it really does help with most of the steps involved with Amazon KDP. This video was just to give you a framework that you can use with other books. I didn't want to make the video too long, so I didn't have too many back and forth conversations with ChatGPT as much as I normally would. I think you will agree that ChatGPT is a must-have for us self-publishers and that it can save us heaps of time and effort. I do have a question for you though. Let's say that they increase the price again for ChatGPT. What is the most that you would happily pay per month? If you found this video useful in any way, please like it and please subscribe if you want to see more videos that will help make your self-publishing journey easier. Until the next video, take care.